Praneeth. Today we are going to discuss about BOLA attack. BOLA stands for Broken Object Level Authorization. It is a critical security vulnerability in web applications. It allows unauthorized access to sensitive objects. What is BOLA and how it occurs? BOLA occurs when an application fails to properly verify if a user is authorized to access a specific resource. Here, for example, we can assume this as server 1 and this as server 2. It is an user. User is authorized to access server 1. So he can able to access that data. But user is not authorized to access server 2. So he can't able to access that data. But with this vulnerability, BOLA vulnerability, he can able to access server 2 information as well. In upcoming slides, we are going to learn how he can able to access and what is the flow. Before, we'll see why it is a critical security issue. Because it leads to data breaches and privacy violations. Of course, it can expose sensitive user information. It often exploited in APIs and web services as well. Now we are going to see how it works. Here, attacker manipulates object identifiers and attacker sends requests to servers. Here servers fails to verify that the request is genuine or not. Because of that, that vulnerability will be exposed. What are the common vulnerabilities leading to BOLA? It may be because of missing or improper authorization checks and predictable or sequential object IDs. And it can be caused because of lack of user context validation as well. We can do practical demonstration by setting these tools, example burp suite, postman, and any vulnerable web applications. In upcoming slides and after some time we'll be checking that practical as well. In local machine or test server we can able to run this practical. Now we are going to discuss about step-by-step BOLA attack walkthrough. First step is to identify object IDs in requests, because attacker will modify that IDs to access other users' data. Next, we have to observe unauthorized data exposure. What are the impacts of successful BOLA exploits? Data leakage and privacy breaches. Of course, we will be causing loss of user trust and reputation damage. Regularity and legal consequences. What are the mitigation strategies and best practices to avoid BOLA? BOLA attack can be avoided by implementing strict authorization checks per object, and we have to use some unpredictable and non-sequential object IDs such that it will be difficult to guess for attacker. Validate user context on every request. That means we have to put some use two-factor authentication or multi-factor authentication to get a good validity. And we have to regularly test security and review codes. Main summaries and key takeaways for BOLA is a serious authentication flaws and it exploits object level access controls. It prevention requires rigorous checks and testings. Yeah, now we will be discussing the practical session of BOLA vulnerability. For that, I set up my CR API from my Linux machine in Postman application. Yeah. I created an account. For that, I have to log in to that account. Here here we will be getting some token. This is called as authentication token, auth token. This thing will be copying from here and we will be pasting here in order to take this authentication token for these all post and get methods which we are going to execute. Here we are in login page. We can execute from here as well. Now in our account we are having a vehicle. For this vehicle we are having our vehicle details. Okay, from this we will be through BOLA vulnerability we will be editing our vehicle ID parameter by replacing it with other person's vehicle ID. We will be getting their vehicle location. Now we'll see how it works. For that we need a burp suit. Okay, now turn on Foxy proxy. Now turn intercept on in our burp. Now we'll refresh this location. Now we got that refresh locations request. This request I will forward to repeater. Here send, click on send. See, now this is the response. This is the response which we got from this entire request. In this response we are having latitude and longitude details of this vehicle. That means these these vehicle details, location details is belonging to our vehicle. We'll see that. We can able to observe it here as well. Now we need other person's vehicle ID. For that first I'll turn off my intercept. Then we'll see in some community. Here people will post something. Now we'll see whether we get any ID in this. Okay, we'll see. Now again I turn my intercept on in order to capture that request. Yeah, this request got captured in my verb suite. Let me send this to repeater. Here we got one request, some get request. This is of community post, some post ID. We'll see by clicking send. Yeah, here we got 200. Okay, ID, title, name of the user, his email. Yeah, here observe carefully. Here we got vehicle ID. Now we will copy this vehicle ID and paste it in first request. This request is our vehicle ID's request. Let me paste and now click on send. Now here we got this Robert's vehicle ID's location. Yeah, this is the log. Now we exploited this vulnerability. Because of his vehicle ID, we replaced that vehicle's ID in our vehicle ID request. So we got these location details. Yeah, that is the lab. Any questions? Yeah, that's it. The main thing is like by modifying parameters in the request, whether however it might be, some request, like some parameters we can be modifying in URLs also. By modifying that request, if we got any access to some unauthorized things like unauthorized users, that means we can able to tell that it is having a BOLA vulnerability. Thank you.